Hello and welcome to another development in the Karen Reed case. This case seems to be feeding the headlines for a long, long time because now we have confirmation that two troopers are still under internal investigation and one trooper has been cleared. This is in relation to Michael Proctor. Michael Proctor, the lead investigator, that they tried to hide that he was the lead investigator, tried to say, well, him and Bukhenik, they were kind of like co-leading this investigation. Proctor have been suspended without pay. There should have been a hearing Monday, I believe, where they were to find out if he was going to be fired. I have heard nothing about that. No one has leaked anything. No one has officially stated anything about it, which is kind of weird because is he fired or is he just suspended without pay? Could be very interesting to figure out. But let's just say when three more people who were in the text exchanges with him, where he disparaged Karen Reed's health, talked about looking for pictures of her undressed, it might not be looking too good for Michael Proctor. But the news that broke yesterday was that Detective Lieutenant Brian Tully, Lieutenant John Fanning, and Sergeant Bukhenik are all under internal investigations because of those text messages and to figure out if they were in compliance with the rules that the state police have. I don't understand what rules they have because it seems like you can do whatever you want if you are a state trooper in Massachusetts. One of them have been cleared. The department's internal affair investigation determined that there was insufficient evidence to prove or disprove the allegation that Lieutenant Fanning violated rules and regulations by failing to uphold the responsibility of a supervisory member. This allegation has been classified as unfounded, is a statement. So Brian Fanning has been cleared. This stems from what Brian Tully claimed that they had reprimanded Brian Proctor. Brian Proctor said, no, I've never been reprimanded. Where text messages like the leaky balloon knot and stuff like that was shared. It's in connection to that this internal investigation is going on about. So Fanning is cleared by an internal investigation. And again, it's always nice to have cops working with cops, investigating cops, especially in a department where cops are openly in a text thread discussing the health of a suspect. But still, Tully and Bukhenik is still being looked into. Tully, if you remember, was the guy who talked about the messages in the trial. And Tully claimed that he immediately reported these texts to the state police command. That was 2 years ago. Why haven't anything happened till now? Why didn't they put Proctor on leave until he said the things he said in open court? Why is everything taking so long? If Tully had reported this up the chain, why has nothing happened until the world started to notice the Karen Reed trial? Would they have ever put Proctor on leave if not 50 to 100,000 people were sitting every day online watching the Karen Reed trial? If multiple YouTube channels, TV stations, YouTube TV channels hadn't covered the Karen Reed case, or would Proctor just have been sent home and said, "Yeah, you did a good job." I think the MSP have a bigger problem because if Tully is correct that they reported this 2 years ago and they let it slide for 2 years, why are they all of a sudden looking into it now when they have a PR monster on their hand? It seems kind of like it's okay if you don't get caught in the MSP. Something that should really disturb a lot of people because these are the people with all the power in the world. We saw Bukaknik going around to different people videos on Turtle Boy's website and his YouTube channel, trying to get them to rat on Turtle Boy, saying he set them up to call certain phone numbers. That same Bukaknik is now under an internal investigation. Why are the cops so bad in Massachusetts? And why have they been allowed to be this bad for so long that you now have to make an internal investigation 2 years after Tully supposedly told his leaders about the text messages? It should make you wonder what else is going on. We have the Birchmore trial coming down, where troopers allegedly passed her around like a Smex toy. Possibly someone helped her get off this planet. This isn't just the Karen Reed case. This is a testament to a police department with a rotten culture. This is testament to people who believe the power they have make them invulnerable. If they could do this to Karen Reed or to Birchmore and believe they could get away with it, what could they have done to you? What have they done to Peter Paul, who didn't have a support network that could bring the cases forward? What could they have done to poor people who didn't have the money to fight back? This is, in my opinion, a way bigger problem than just Bukaknik and Tully and Proctor. Fanning apparently is cleared of the charges now. But why, oh, why aren't this police department being torn apart? Everyone who had any power above these individual troopers should also be looked into, in my opinion, because as I said many times when it started to leak out how bad these police officers were, fish always rot from the head. And in Massachusetts State Police and DA office, it smells like something's really rotten. But let's see how far this goes. They are still working while under investigation. They are not suspended. Trooper Proctor, I don't know where he is. He's kind of in limbo. He should have had a hearing. Nothing has come out from that. Are they trying to string it along till the Karen Reed trial is over so he can come back? Interesting development, but I bet you this won't be the last.